in response to his parents' death, Batman has constructed meaning out of his one bad day. The Joker, on the other hand, completely embraces the absurd, as even the events that drove him insane are just as arbitrary and meaningless as the rest of them. Now, there's no Batman in the upcoming Joker film, but this idea could be repackaged, showing us the absurdity of life with an absurd, made-up, or ambiguous backstory told by an equally absurd villain. The Joker in The Dark Knight eases off him constantly professing his madness, and instead, he outright denies insanity.
See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
He gives competing anecdotes for how he got his stars.
Okay, so I'm probably not oh, wait.
But importantly, it's not a reflection of mental illness. He's just lying.
There we go. Okay, so I should be able to read any kind of chats if people want to talk at me. I'm going to be making meatballs. Not with this. This was just in the kitchen, and I need to bring it out here. Because I need to feed my orchids this week. And this is empty. This is not.
By having the Joker tell competing lies that don't point to any discernible truth, he comes off not as an actual human being with a backstory, but more as a kind of primal force of chaos that seemingly fell from the sky.
I have a carton of eggs. Yes, it is a milk carton of eggs. It says pasteurized frozen egg product, whole eggs, citric acid, 0.15%, water as a carrier, citric acid as a preservative, keep frozen 0 degrees Fahrenheit or below. 2 pounds. This I got from the food pantry quite some time ago. It was in the freezer until earlier this week. I took it out because I was going to be doing stuff with eggs. This is not going to be oh shit. I actually want to get and watch that. So I'm going to pause that for a bit. Actually, I'm going to back up a bit. So you're going to be hearing this why the Joker's mysterious backstory is important episode of Wisecrack. Okay. Where? Let's go about 2 minutes in. That's about where I this is not going to be going to the meatballs. This is just a little silver cup. I'm not even sure exactly what this was originally intended as, but I keep it on my kitchen sink. Well, not like on like off to the side of my kitchen sink to put my rings and my watch in while I'm doing dishes. I have big gloves for that, but sometimes my rings are my watch is a little bit big, like the gloves feel a little tight when I put it on when I've got my watch on, and the horseshoe nail ring that I usually wear on this finger is a little bit big for that. So when you make meatballs, you need eggs. I don't, you need eggs. I've seen people attempt meatballs without eggs, and they always fail. You need breadcrumbs. These are from Whole Foods, Italian style, made with fresh bread. 11 grams of whole grains per serving. Why you would just sit and eat 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs is anybody's guess. This is, and yes, I am very familiar with the nickname of whole paycheck, but the Kroger branded breadcrumbs are made with bread that uses soy. These are not. I cannot have soy. If this is not your first time with me, I have it's a relatively mild soy allergy. It's a relatively mild soy allergy, but I'm best without it. So, basically, like, I've noticed since I've cut out soy, first off, I don't feel sick every time I eat chocolate, because cheap American chocolate uses soy lecithin to as an emulsifier to keep the cocoa fats from blooming out. so I don't feel ill every time I eat chocolate, especially if I'm gorging myself on chocolate, which sometimes happens. Um, I also my other allergies are under far more control. So let's see. We've got this Mediterranean seasoning spice blend with dill, fennel, and basil. This was from Target a while. Oh, yep. I'm gonna have to take the top off. I don't remember when I got this. I know I ran out of another one I had of it, and I got this to replace it. Can't remember exactly how far back I got this, but dear. So you get to watch me do this if anybody wants to watch this after it goes into archive mode. And why am I going to put this back on? I don't know. I'll put this here for now. So we've got, oh god, so let's see what else is in here. Dehydrated chopped garlic, dehydrated onions, sea salt, oregano, thyme, dill seed, fennel seed, basil, chervil, parsley, and spearmint. It was on clearance whenever I got it, though. We've got garlic pepper seasoning. Please tell me okay, I have already used this. And this has a grinder, and I am going to grind with this. And then we've got, seriously? Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, that's not healthy. Okay, I think I have a spare one. Okay, I didn't have a spare one in a grinder, but I've got another thing from Target, the Archer Farms garlic salt. And I have my meat. 1.03 pounds of meat. This is bulk pork Italian spicy sausage from Whole Foods. It was in my freezer for a couple of weeks, so there is a slight discoloration just from the freezer, because that happens when you freeze meat sometimes. But as you see, it's been thawed out. It looks otherwise very nice. And that goes... I'm not just putting that off to the side. I use plastic shopping bags as trash bags. So, also have a spoon, have a fork, have mixing bowl, have a cat. Hi. And just to have things go a little bit easy sleazy. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can put these back together by smell. Oh, yeah, that definitely. And I don't know what happened to that garlic salt grinder, but I also have, this is a measuring shot glass. It is 4 ounces. And so we've got this chart here. Now, it says to pretty much use these right after they've thawed. They've been thawed in my fridge about a day. I took them out on Friday, intending to do this yesterday, but I got back a little bit later than I'd initially intended to yesterday, and I figured, okay, fuck it, the eggs should be fine. So, so after I do this, I'm going to make a big ass frittata. I don't have any ricotta, and I usually use ricotta in my frittata. So instead of ricotta, I'm just going to use cottage cheese. Hello, Nigel. Get away from my sausage, you. Ugh. Yes, you. So we've got this chart here labeled equivalency. Now, I've never used eggs in this kind of carton before. So, right, 2 quarts and 2.5 cups equals 50 eggs. This is only 1 quart. I guess you could have multiple cartons. So it says here, okay, 2 cups is equivalent to 10 large eggs. And so that would mean 1 cup would be equivalent to 5 large eggs. And when I use a pound of meat, I usually use between 2 and 3 eggs per pound when I'm making meatballs. I should take the top off of this as well. So I usually use between 2 and 3 eggs per pound. As far as the dry ingredients go, I just kind of eyeball it. So let's see. It says 2 cups equals approximately 10 large eggs. So 1 cup would equal 5 large eggs, and half a cup, or 4 ounces, would equal 2 to 3 large eggs. So, okay. After I open this up and pour out some eggs, I'm going to turn my episode of Wisecrack back on, because then I'm going to it smells okay. Oh. Okay. Well then. Ugh. Okay. That's that is indeed egg. Pasteurized. So pasteurized means that it is brought up to a certain temperature and then immediately cooled to kill any bacteria. So turn on.
Just might give
There we go.
Joaquin's Joker the depth needed to right this terrible wrong.
By the way, I've got some grape soda on ice and a bearskin rug waiting.
Welcome to this Wisecrack edition on the secret origins of the Joker, and spoilers ahead for some of the comics. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors over at Wix. You can build your own professional website for free using their easy-to-use templates.
Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of oxidation on here from having been frozen, but yeah, this is...
I simply told our website creator my experience with building a website, what I was looking for, and a design I thought I might like. By answering a few questions, I was able to customize a website where I could just drag and drop.
Oh dear, I'm really smelling that eggs now. I mean, it smells okay. It's just it just really smells of eggs.
Style, you can just choose from any of their beautifully designed templates. From your online store to your portfolio, you can create a robust and professional-looking website for any project or business.
I thought I'd gotten past this when I was backing it up.
Create your own website for free. Go to wix.com/wisecrack or click the link in the description to get started. And now, on with the show. Let's start with comics legend Alan Moore, since he started the whole notion of the Joker having more than one possible origin story.
Yeah,
In his graphic novel, The Killing Joke, we get an account of the Joker as a failed comedian who was crossed by the mob. Later, the Joker admits to not knowing whether or not that story is true. Sometimes he remembers it one way, sometimes another, and either way, if you were going to have a past, he'd prefer it to be multiple choice. Here, the Joker has a multiple choice past because he himself has multiple mutually incompatible memories as to what happened, which are the result of his shattered psyche. It's all about exploring the contours separating sanity from insanity. The Joker thinks he must have had one bad day that drove him bad, and he thinks as a result that the only thing separating Commissioner Gordon from the inmates of Arkham is one such day. So the Joker engineers a day.
I'm not really going to be able to get a grip on this, am I?
Ride out of Willy Wonka's
Oh well.
worst nightmares. But instead of images from a bad acid trip, he's shown pictures of his daughter Barbara.
I do have this right
broken,
here.
Bleeding, and brutally
I eat
raped.
in my front
The
room.
fact
Don't
that
judge
Gordon
me.
doesn't go mad from all that seems to subtly suggest that it takes more than one bad day to go insane, and calls into question the Joker's own memories. For more, we don't know the Joker's backstory because he's so divorced from reality as to not know it himself. These days, we tend to take for granted that the Joker is insane, but it's more who made that such a crucial component to the character. Early interpretations tended to present him as just a run-of-the-mill crook with a clown motif and a penchant for laughing at his own lame jokes. But more by making Joker absolutely...
I'm remembering this old from it had been memed for a while about how Joker makes another boner.
His own one bad day made him equally insane. An adult man who goes around dressed like a bat. Here we see how the lack of a concrete backstory not only illustrates the Joker's insanity, but his nihilistic disposition. I think it's a fair bet that in the new film we'll see a man driven to some form of insanity, but the how could potentially compromise this theme. Many, including ourselves, have interpreted the Killing Joke as two scarred souls dealing with the absurd, or life's utter indifference to everything, in this case, their extreme suffering. However, by vowing to dress as a bat and police the city in response to his parents' death, Batman has constructed meaning out of his one bad day. The Joker, on the other hand, completely embraces the absurd, as even the events that drove him insane are just as arbitrary and meaningless as the rest of life. Now, there's no Batman in the upcoming Joker film, but this idea could be repackaged, showing us the absurdity of life with an absurd, made-up, or ambiguous backstory told by an equally absurd villain. The Joker in The Dark Knight eases off him constantly professing his madness, and instead, he outright denies insanity.
See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
He gives competing anecdotes for how he got his scars.
I had a wife. Beautiful. Like you. My mother was a drinker.
But importantly, it's not a reflection of mental illness. He's just lying his ass off. We see him ad-libbing anecdotes with no rhyme or reason and certainly no truth behind them. His goal is not to break people through one bad day, but instead to spread anarchy so that the unfair and unjust nature of the world is brought to the fore.
The world is cruel. You know the morality in a cruel world. It's a chance.
So let's see. I got the sausage on when it was on sale, so it was about $6.
Lies that don't point to
And let's see. So this was free from the food pantry, being the carton of eggs. This obviously I got on clearance from Target for $4.25. This was probably in the same area, maybe $5 and something, because it doesn't have a clearance sticker on it. I'm not using this, obviously. I want to say the James Crazy McDuck Pepper was $4 at the at the Epsilon Food. No. The first one was from the food co-op. This was from Fresh Time. And I want to say this was $3, maybe. No, it was $3.99. So usually, this much meat.
But we could still see a Joker that's allergic to honesty, much like Nolan's. But Nolan's character works well because he's a stand-in for an idea.
I can get
no tangible history.
About
something that will be difficult to replicate in an origin story.
12 meatballs out of when I'm making it. And I've noticed I can buy a thing of pre-made meatballs that I can eat. The frozen ones I can rarely eat.
Essentially saying that every incarnation of the
I know that those big ass bags of frozen meatballs can be like $5 for 3-4 pounds of meatballs. But
each having their own
but first off,
origin.
that's including other
If the Joker's
ingredients. So I want
origin
to
is
say,
multiple choice, then
with
Lance
everything
is
else I've
circling
added, this
D
is a
all of the
little.
above. The Jack Napier personality might
See,
remember
1 pound of
killing
meat,
Thomas and Martha Wayne, whereas
4
another
ounces
might
of
recall being the
eggs.
ringleader of the Red Hood gang. What's interesting is that this is actually a way Landis criticizes our
Probably in the
infatuation with the Joker.
area
He
of.
uses Superman as a
Oh yeah,
mouthpiece to
at
prove
least
how
half a
bad
cup
he
of
was to
breadcrumbs.
the
So we're looking
and
a
does
little
the
under
one
2
thing
pounds.
no one ever
here.
does to the Joker.
So
Laughs at him.
um,
You're nothing. You're a goofy idea that only a child would think is cool. The only certain thing about you is the uncertainties. Any writer could write you. Any
yeah, I can
actor
find a
play
thing
you.
of
All they need to do
meatballs
is
about this
make up their own
size
version and people will
at
applaud.
Kroger.
But no one will actually
I want to say
ever
8 of
applaud
them
you.
at this
Now, I
size
don't think a Joker
for
movie will
about
go right
$4 or
out and
$5.
on the
But like I
character
said, I can
discovering,
make
but we
at
have seen
least
how comic book
12.
movies can subvert their
There you
former
go.
legacy and how
So let's
that
see
can
how
make
many
the
this
best
makes.
version of them in years. So with all this substance coming from the fact that there's no origin story, it's not looking too good for a movie that's entirely about his origins. Now, unless, of course, it's some kind of formless art film with multiple competing vignettes. We doubt that's going to be the case, but the one thing that really piqued our interest is the current rumor that the film is going to use the Joker to try to tackle
And
topics related
let's
to the
see.
current political climate. Now, why does this
I'm
make
not
us
using a
hopeful?
whole lot
Because
of
there's a
these
take on the Joker's
spices.
origins in a recent
So
run that Phillips might draw
that's
from
like
to give us the mysterious philosophical Joker.
probably
we
not
all
even
know.
$1 worth of
Scott
the
Snyder.
spices.
Scott Snyder is one of the biggest
And
newcomers to comics in recent years. When DC relaunched all their titles a few years back,
I
Snyder was
want to
entrusted as the
say,
lead writer of Batman.
based
His
on
run
what I've
quickly
used versus
became
how
a
much
favorite
the
of fans.
breadcrumbs
Snyder's
cost,
Joker says that
a
instead of
little,
multiple choice, he prefers
probably
the movie was to be more of a choose your own adventure.
50,
While he
60
takes
cents worth of
elements from Thor
breadcrumbs.
and
So
Nolan, it's to very different effect.
basically
Whereas
to
the
make them
former is
myself
insane and the latter a
versus
liar,
buying them,
Snyder's Joker has
I
weaponized
am paying only
disinformation about his origin story
$1
to manipulate
more
Batman and even
for
subvert
50%
Arkham
more,
in this run, Batman sees Gotham
meatballs.
as his city. Because in an earlier run, he had traveled back in time to partake in
whereas
key moments
that thing of
Gotham's
meatballs
history.
is usually like
It's complicated. But the Joker
in the area of
decides
about
to directly
$5.
attack
I've
this
usually
foundational
seen.
narrative that the
Maybe it's
King
more.
Crusader tells himself.
Maybe I've only
From
gotten
the
it on
first
sale.
issue of Snyder's run, it
But yeah.
suggested that Batman's biggest fear is not knowing the city
And these are so
as
much better.
intimately as he thinks. As such, the lie
Yeah,
that the
I'm
Joker
using
tailors for
ground
Batman
pork
is that Gotham
sausage
is and always has
rather
been
than
the Joker's city. Alfred's daughter and
rather
Gordon
than
find
beef,
images of the
but
Joker in photographs taken of nearly every major disaster in the city's history, and even an old painting of a pale man already standing
let's
on the
see,
shore as the ships from
4,
Europe
5,
first
6.
arrive in Gotham's harbor. And the villain Crazy Quilt finds a healing serum in the Joker's spine, similar to that of other immortals such as Vandal Savage, Ra's al Ghul, or Keanu Reeves. More importantly, it has all the hallmarks of the kind of story
I was gonna
Batman
use these.
already believes himself to be in. An ancient struggle for the soul of the city, fought between himself and the eternal criminal element. That his greatest foe in the present period should also have so prominent a place in the story's past confirms Bruce's biases. The Joker does something similar at Arkham Asylum. While working under an alias, he becomes
What you doing,
familiar
kitty?
with the delusions of the inmates
He bumped
in
himself
order
into
to
my viola.
construct a version of his origin that reinforces those delusions.
Okay, yeah.
The Joker convinced
3,
a Satanist that he was
5,
the
6,
devil
7,
himself.
8. Oh
With
yeah,
another
so
inmate who'd fled her family to
I'm
prove
like
they could replace one
about
android,
halfway
the Joker
through
convinced he was a robot.
the meat
Another prisoner thought he'd
mixture,
been training
and
to
I've already
become
got
a
8.
secret military Batman, so the Joker convinced him that
Cat, please
he
don't.
had been the first military Batman
Thank you, dear.
before going AWOL.
Yes,
He pulls the
thank
same
you.
stunt with the leading psychiatrist, Dr. Zahir, who's
9
written a book that reveals the true
meatballs.
origin of the Joker.
Ooh, can
But
we get
being
more
a
than 12
psychiatrist,
today?
She had her own biases, assuming that the Joker must have been an abused child that suffered psychiatric problems as a result. She even thought she found a trail of
We've
documents
got
proving
10.
as much. So when the escapees capture her and offer
Please stop.
contradictory accounts, she dismisses any evidence that doesn't conform with what she thinks she knows. In the end, it turns out that the co-worker at Arkham who helped her research the Joker's origin,
11.
that was the Joker all along. I did my best to help come up with the story you want, the one you need, the grim and grimy tale of love, the one a publisher would lay down 6 figures for. What all this is getting at is confirmation bias. The psychiatrist ignores the other escapees because she already has an idea of the Joker she'd like to believe. Snyder's Joker weaponizes this
12.
confirmation bias, or the tendency to give more credence to evidence that supports
Looks
one's
like
position
I'm gonna give it
to
about 15
discount
today.
contrary evidence. By echoing the beliefs of his targets, Joker creates an echo chamber, a situation in which a group of individuals isolate themselves from the surrounding society so that their shared beliefs reverberate and are amplified, all while becoming closed off from competing views. So, if Phillips is looking to make a political statement with his Joker movie, perhaps he'll crib from Snyder's run, with the Joker's indiscernible past used as a weapon to conduct a calculated disinformation campaign. And in a world full of echo chambers and fake news, well, you see where this can go. The endgame arc from Snyder's run that we're primarily pulling from was written long before Russia's Internet Research Agency and everything that's happening today, so there's definitely no intentional subtext on Snyder's part. But Phillips may appropriate Snyder's approach to the Joker's various origin accounts if he wants to be relevant to the political moments and not play with fire by trying to tell a definitive story of where he came from. Really, it all comes down to how Phillips frames the film.
16. All right.
Is one of our favorite.
We got twice as many meatballs for $1 more.
Excited for the first film he's headlining, but Phillips is crazed as
maybe
$1.50. He
$1.50.
thinks he can create a definitive origin, or maybe it's just crazy enough to work. Maybe Phillips totally throws everything we think is so cool about the Joker out the window and manages to make a great movie all the same. Obviously, we want the film to be fantastic, and frankly, DC
14,
needs more wins.
15,
But what do you think?
16.
Will Phillips continue in the tradition of oblique origins to preserve this philosophically compelling character, or will he ruin all of our childhoods? Let us know what you think in the comments, and if you want to build your own website for free, check out wix.com/wisecrack. Peace, guys.
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about budget witch tips, or Wicca paganism, which is like on a budget. So, like, not many people really have the money to go out and spend £50+ on things that are used in Wicca, but you can find these things that are much cheaper in other places. We'll run through a few budget witch tips. The first tip would be for books about
What you doing, Nigel, bud?
witchcraft. If you want second-hand book sites, what I can really recommend is World of Books. This video is not sponsored by them.
I want to pay attention to that one too, so. Okay. Yes, there's a mess in my kitchen. I do know better, but I do it anyway. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's the wall. I thought maybe the toaster was in front of the camera lens. So let's see, we've got the oven at about 375, and I usually do the area of that for about 20 minutes. Yes, Nigel? I know. These cats all love pork. Like, they all have an obsessive love for pork. Oh, I forgot it was 16, not 15 for a second there. Okay, let me just arrange things. There we go. So yeah, all of my cats are really obsessed with pork. And they all have their own individually favorite pork products. Murnau loves pork chops. One of the times I actually did the pork chops from the food pantry. So I did all 4 of them one night, and I had one for dinner, and I had another one for breakfast, and then I put a third one on a sandwich for lunch, and the 4th one, I just kind of like, cut it up and threw it in with the cat food, because at that point I was sick of pork chops, and I could have put it in the fridge for myself for the next day, but I don't have a working microwave, and I hadn't quite, I might want to do this, and I hadn't quite gotten the knack of using the steam pot, in lieu of instead of as, my way of reheating foods. I still haven't quite gotten the knack of it for everything, but I know it is an option for many things when you do not have a working microwave. I technically have a microwave in this kitchen still, just because I've got a little household shrine, for the household spirits, and there's a lot of, you'll notice, I've got a lot of black cats. Most of the variations on the Maneki Niko, it's because they're cute. So this one's a little bank, and I put pennies in there. Can we get the flash? Enable flash. Okay. So this one's a little bank. And we've got dried fruits as well. Dried pomegranate, I can't remember if this was an orange or a grapefruit. This was definitely a one of those little clementine oranges. I've got a little tiny bast and a little, oh my gosh, this is so cute. This was $3 at Crazy Wisdom. I should dust this. Oh, but look at that. It's so cute. Oh, and then we've got a little Halloween cat back here. And little wax melt diffuser thing. And another little thing. And we got a little Halloween cat back there. Another Halloween cat. And this was, I believe it was carved in Mexico. I got a little candle from Michael's and another candle from Michael's. And we've got a Hestea and little Celtic cross sort of thing. So I've got all that on top of the microwave, and I'm thinking, okay, I take it off of the microwave, and I take the microwave back down to the dumpster from whence it came. Yes, I dumpster dived that microwave. It lasted me, let's see. Oh, that's right. So let's see. I got it. I brought it up with my ex Calvin. So that would be December 2015, and so it was working all of 2016, all of 2017, and most of 2018. It finally died on me, and like it still technically heats up stuff, but it doesn't matter what kind of dishes you put in it. I've even seen this happen when I just put something in there on a paper towel, so like no dishes, nothing that should be doing this. At first I thought, okay, maybe there's like, oh, I was using one of those, sometimes I save glass containers for various crap and stuff. So I was heating up something, I think it was butter, in one of the glass jars for, actually I use like the glass jelly jars that I get from my gems at the, from my lady at the farmer's market. So I had one of my glass jelly jars that I use, and I just use those for glasses for my almond milk. And I had, just put some butter in there to melt it in the microwave. I'm assuming, okay, it's a modern glass. It shouldn't be leaded, but that was the first time I saw it. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it was leaded somehow. So I just didn't put those glasses in there, but maybe the second or third time after I did that, it kept making sparks, and now it's doing it like every time I use something. It just makes these weird sparks inside there. I don't trust it. I'm sure somebody might be able to fix it. But all of 2016 and 2017. Yeah, I had 2.5 years on a dumpster dive microwave, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I thought maybe a year and a half, but no. Yeah, I brought that up with Calvin, and we were we're seeing each other. I want to say late November, definitely December of 2015 through February, maybe early March of 2016. Definitely into February of 2016. Oh God, I gotta keep track of shit more better. But yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, I could take the microwave back to the dumpster for the building from whence it came, but that would involve dismantling the shrine, and now it's like that much closer to the cats to knock shit over, and if I've got a candle on there one night, that would be, or one day, like even if I'm here, with the tea light going, like it just takes one cat, one idiot move to destroy the universe. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to wait until I have a new microwave to replace it with, to take the old one out, because I don't want to deal with the whole like dismantling the shrine and then reassembling it and then reassembling it and then dismantling it again to put up the new microwave and then reassembling it again once the new microwave is up. It's like I'll just cut myself out the middle 2 steps, so I only have to dismantle it and reassemble it once, and I don't have to worry about cats being that much closer to it and all that. Okay. Oh yeah, this is just so. I think I want to make the frittata while I wait. No, I'm gonna have to. So, I do have a pie plate. Unfortunately, the pie plate is in a cabinet that is over the fridge, and so I have a ladder. I have a good, like, proper ladder, but it is out by my bathroom right now, and right now hanging from it are some clothes that I need to somehow sell or donate. And I need to look through them again because I discovered a couple of the men's dress shirts I have. I would feel really bad even, like, giving those away to somebody, through, like, Instagram or something. I definitely don't want to donate them because they have a couple of stains. But yeah, I've got a folding chair, so because I just don't want to mess with that ladder right now because, again, it would be a matter of. Oh well. Don't fail me. Oh wait. Would this work? This should. It's a little shallower than I'm used to, but. And my hair got caught in fly paper. So this should be all right. It's just going to be frittata. So my wok up there, I dumpster dived that. I'm really impressed with like the number of things that I've fished out of the trash. I don't do this to be a wicked cool hipster, though I'm sure some people would think that gives me some kind of cool hipster. Oh shit. That's right. I want to thaw this first. Okay, like the mushrooms I can throw in frozen, but I want to thaw this first. Okay, I guess I'm not making a frittata on camera because I do not trust thawing this in the microwave. Well. Okay, so I will put that there. So with that partial government shutdown, which my therapist told me yesterday, it ended on Friday, like before the end of the workday on Friday, which I'm really hoping is true. I haven't checked yet. I'm gonna wait until, I don't know. Let's see. If I go out tomorrow, well, either way, I'm not gonna be able to watch Daily Show until, what's it called? Tuesday. Yeah, when it archives onto the Roku app. But I don't know. Maybe Philip DeFranco will say something about it before before I go to the club tomorrow night. I did mention this on my food pantry vlog. So I got a double dose of my food stamp benefits on about a week ago. That's right. And I am at a point right now. So I have these weird little reflexes to poverty. I also know that I have these weird little reflexes, that are due to poverty, and I know that I have some kinds of hoarding tendencies that I picked up from my father, because he's got two older sisters. He had two older sisters. Loretta definitely had some strong memories of the what's that called? The Depression. By the time he was born, he was born in 42. He was almost 40 when I was born, and I'm personally not a fan of people having children when they're older than 35, but if I like you, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about it. To you anyway. Just know that I have some strong opinions come from being raised by old people. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I have some of these weird reflexes, and I know I have some slight hoarding tendencies that thankfully, watching those, hoarding documentary series, it kind of like nips, gives me a bite in the ass to pare down my accumulations. But one thing that I do have a tendency to, that I've noticed that I have a bit of a tendency to hoard more than other things is food. And I've never really had an issue with disordered eating. Some people are fat because they eat too much. I mean, I don't think I've ever overeaten more than the average person has, but doing the whole caloric restriction kind of thing that I've been doing right now, obviously there have been times where, I would overeat more than others and times when I would undereat more than others. And so right now with the whole like intermittent fasting, and I've got an app on my phone set to, I've got a goal of 1,470 odd calories a day, with the hopes, just because oh my gosh, oh god, one of my exes is talking to me. One of the exes I'm on good terms with, but it's going to be some stupid picture. I know that because that's what he does. That's like his primary means of communication. But I do seem to have some issues with hoarding food, not because I'm going to eat it all right away, but I am good about, not getting anything that's going to spoil too fast. Excuse me. I did have to remind myself the last couple of grocery trips I was making, and the most recent one, well, okay, that was technically today. I did today's because I wanted to. I had like $19 in my Ibotta rebate, so I went into Whole Foods after picking up my meds just to pick up a couple more things so that I could actually cash out that Ibotta $20. So yeah, I've done that a lot with Ibotta now. Sometimes I find myself getting things that, I know I'm not going to eat right away because I've got an Ibotta rebate for it and I really need cash. So yeah, I did kind of make some kind of comment somewhere. I can't remember if it was on one of my videos or something, or maybe it was somewhere on Facebook. By the way, that challenge I put to my hair, it's like my hair barely tangles. Like, okay, there was one time, I want to say it was the day before I dyed my hair. So that was a little over a week ago. Yeah, I dyed my hair a week ago today. So I want to say it was like that Friday or Saturday. I was just absent-mindedly like finger combing my hair, and before I knew it, like this side had been like completely like combed out and smooth all the way through. So just to even it out, I did this side as well. But yeah, I don't know if it's the fact that, like when you read, these people on the internet, saying, oh yeah, white people's hair can dread, yeah, white hair dreads. Like it does. Because no, it's not about ethnicity. It's about hair type. And, like when I read tips and tricks, from white people to other white people about how to get your hair to dread, it's like, they recommend, a residue-free shampoo, which is a clarifying shampoo, which you are not supposed to use daily. Like, clarifying shampoo is good if you're one of those people who washes your hair, once a week, even twice a week. But, you really should not use it daily. And because I've got the medications that I put on my scalp, I have to wash my hair daily because, the buildup, it's gross. It's gross. The buildup is gross. So yeah, so I don't know if it's just my shampoo, and God damn it, why does this keep falling? It's my floor. Don't judge me. It's my floor. It's food for my face. But then what happens? Oh right, I'm not making that tonight. I will make it tomorrow. I gotta put those eggs away. I'll be right back. So it says to use immediately, but first off, it's pasteurized. So I've got at least 72 hours from opening it, where it should be completely, edible and healthy and all that. Oh right, the cheese. So I'd made some kind of comment about how the urge to hoard fancy cheeses is very high, especially considering that. Oh, it was on a Facebook group post somebody made, because yeah, as you saw from the food pantry haul, I have enough rice and I've got so much pasta. I've got so many pastas that you don't even see because they're in the pantry area. Let me come. Yeah, I'm not too embarrassed by the disorganized pantry right now. It's just everything between here and there, because. And see, I feel completely justified in assigning some of the blame to Isaac because he told me before he moved in, he offered to help clean. He knew that I had had surgery, that I'd come out of surgery. Let's see, he and I were hanging out shortly after my birthday, that of 26, no, not 16. 2017. So we and I were hanging out shortly after my birthday, and it's pork. They'll be fine for another couple minutes. But yeah, half the time I just wait until the timer's done ticking. So yeah, let's see. So I want to say late July, maybe very early August. I know it was shortly after my birthday. So let's see. July back to June, June back to May, and my surgery was on May the 4th. So he knew about 8, maybe 10 weeks prior, I had just had surgery. And so, and I told him that I just had, that I had surgery, before he and I were even hanging out, and stuff. I'll turn off the heat. Cat, move, I swear. I think Murnau is trying to kill me. If he's not, he's very, very careless. But yeah, Isaac offered to help me pick up shit in here, and that was one of his promises if he moved in here, and with me for the 8 months. Yeah, 8 months. Yeah, it's 2017. End of December. So yeah, he offered to help, do some of the cleaning that I could not while I was fresh out of surgery. So yeah, I feel completely justified in assigning some of the blame of it to him because he offered to help clean before he even moved in. Oh God, and now I get to do it all myself. But yeah, the pantry shelves, that's fine. It's just disorganized, very heavily disorganized. So I didn't intend to do any kind of tour. I'm gonna do some kind of big tour video of the whole place once I've got it clean. So let's see, we've got coconut oil. We've also got other old people like me are gonna know about this. It's dry milk. It is literally dry and powdered. There are many things you can do that with, or do with that. Ugh. So here's a coffee I got the other day on Thursday from the food pantry. This is actually very many teas, and this is, oh, I know what that is. That is old. Oh dear, why is that not out? That is my hibiscus leaf, which is one of my teas. So in here I have several teas. I've got lavender. That's a coffee. Oh dear. That might be a Turkish grind for. Oh, that's why it's out. So that might be a Turkish grind coffee. Ah, dear. I feel so bad about that. That's how often I have tea. That is definitely some kind of coffee. This is definitely some kind of coffee. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm probably going to pitch it. And I've got a couple of Kroger branded baking mixes. I bought those. And this was from the food pantry some time ago. We've got quick oats to go with my other can of quick oats. And then we've got regular oatmeal. And I mostly use oatmeal for making cookies. And we've got my white sugar and flour. Brown sugar that's been opened is in the fridge. Unopened brown sugar is out. Those are the daisies I got for Isaac one time. I should pitch those. And they're in a milk bottle. This is just inertia. That's why I haven't gotten rid of it yet. Okay, here. Put them on top of the litter box. There we go, because that's how we feel about Isaac now. I don't know. I don't really think about him that much lately, except when I'm being told by at least one of his roommates about what kind of drama he's doing. Oh God. I went into Kroger a couple weeks ago just because it was the closest grocery store that day for. Oh yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago. It was for my therapist appointment. So here's kind of what passes for Spice Rack. We've got more oatmeal back there because it was on sale one time, and I got a rebate. And I've got a bad habit of. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh dear! Oh. I lilac jelly. I lilac jelly. I need some nice croissants for this. I can do that. Probably from Whole Foods. Oh, there's where all that baking soda went. Okay. Got cereals, the bran flake. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Eat the daisies, cat. And we've got more baking stuff. We've got a cake mix and another cake mix. I'm going to make, this is just, I repurpose these a lot for my button sales. So I'm going to make cupcakes for game night on Thursday. So Wednesday, I got to make cupcakes. Remind me to do that, somebody. So these are, I only ate this one of these once, but it's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, oh, there we go. Unfortunately, they heat best. Yeah, partially hydrogenated soybean oil, but that seems to be it. And as I've explained in other videos, like the protein associated with soy, when the oil's refined, it lacks the protein. So the oatmeal. So I don't know if you've had those. They're made with oatmeal and molasses and peanut butter and cocoa, and you drop them, and they're no-bake cookies. When you make them with Hershey's Special Dark Cocoa, they turn out black. I've got proof on my Instagram. Go see that. Oh, there's where that good vanilla went. My good Trader Joe's vanilla. I mean, yeah, it's Trader Joe's. It's not especially fancy. This is just so stained. It's got a couple of onions in it. Let's see, we got this cayenne and garlic infused honey. And it's just crystallized. You just gotta sit it in some hot water to loosen it up. More canned fruits. I gotta do something with this. Ooh, I can make a pie with all these canned peaches. Okay. I'm getting ideas, just taking anybody who wants to watch this when they're really, really bored through this. Okay, so I also want to make those cookies sometime for a game night. So I'll put up the peanut butter there. Yeah, you see, this is just disorganized. So I want to say on any one shelf, up to half is food pantry stuff. And then you've got stuff that you almost never see at food pantries, like the graham crumbs. Let's see. I use these to make my own graham crusts because when you pre-bought graham crusts do not they always have soy in them somehow for some reason. But this is just like straight up graham crackers made into crumbs, and all it's got is wheat. But I don't have celiac disease. Oh, please tell me these are still good. I kind of, oh my gosh, I'm talking about making cookies and cupcakes for game night, and oh yeah, those are fine. I had kind of an organizational theory to these shelves after I first put them up and for like the next year. And then I started doing the food pantries regularly last year, like every month. Whereas before it was like maybe every other month. So once I started going there every month to try and, spread out my food budget, that's when the organization just went completely to hell. Because I'm getting so much stuff and oh, okay, I know about that. That's a, oh god. I'm starting to get a little embarrassed now. So this Beef with juices. Lakes. Does that say Lakeside Foods? Okay. So yeah, I think I was just gonna make some kind of stew with this. Does this? This has no recipe. Okay. I'll figure out something to do with that. Oh god, there's my really good soup that I was so glad to get at the food pantry last month, not this Thursday. So this is my big shopping cart, the big famous one. Oh god, and I've got all of this too. And there's a litter box right there. Don't judge me. This is the one that I clean out once a week, because they like the one in the bathroom better. I think they just want to harass me while I'm trying to shit more, but then they like harassing me or like trying to stink me out of my own kitchen. So yeah, see, rice, dry beans, more rice, more dried beans. This is a big old thing of dry polenta or corn grits. Oh god, we've got more dry. Somebody really loves pinto beans down there. Okay. 3 boxes of the shelf-stable milk, and I just took out one yesterday to make a hamburger helper. But yeah, I'm I believe her name is Natalie, the necro. She's given herself a bit of a shopping ban with regards to clothes for 2019, with the exception of clothes and makeup, I believe. With the exception of replacing staples, everybody has to do eventually. If for some reason, she busts a hole in a couple pairs of her ladies' unders. And I don't know why to specify that. Oh, please tell me it's cooked all the way through. I hate to think that I used the wrong temperature and wrong time. But yeah, she's put herself on a bit of a shopping ban for 2019 with this minimalism challenge she's giving herself. And I'm thinking I need to do about the same with regards to food shopping. Until I can take down a significant amount of what's on the pantry there. The only grocery shopping I'm going to do is, to replace staples that I'm run out of. These could stand a little bit more time. It's pork, so I'm always nervous about, shit, what is it? I used to know it. There's some kind of worms you can get from undercooked pork. But I could. Oh, I made a dent in cleaning my kitchen today, but not so much anymore. Okay. I'm trying to remember where I put my my little saucepan. Okay, cast iron is there. Please be. Oh, yes, it is in here. Okay. Yeah, there's still tins from food I got on Thursday, which is why I need to be on this little grocery ban. But yeah, after today, it's the water filter. That's why it sounds like somebody's urinating. But yeah, after today's little excursions, like I'm only going to the grocery store for staples. So, few weeks that's going to be almond milk, juice, and half, which is what I take my coffee with in the morning. And those three things, so the coffee, the almond milk, and juice, preferably some kind of cranberry juice, is my breakfast. So why do I want to make a frittata? Because I like Friday. No, I did do it Thursday night because I had to put shit in the fridge. So I did clean out the fridge Thursday night. And I have no usable pasta sauces in there. Oh wait, no, I've got that truffle sauce in there right now that I used on something Thursday night. But I don't know. That's peppers. This is red peppers. Here we go. All right.